Happiness, a word so light on the tongue but carries a heavy weight of joy that everyone wishes to experience in their life. Hello, my name is Pizza and I am from SMPS Mersing. Today I would like to talk about one of my favorite books that taught me the real meaning of life. The title of the book is I Had That Same Dream Again. But before I talk about the book, I would like to introduce the author first. Sumino, the author of the book called I Have That Same Dream Again. She begins writing in high school and officially debuted under Futabasha in 2015. Her other notable works are I Want to Eat Your Pancreas and The Night I Turned Into a Monster. Now let's move on to the book. This 300 pages book follows a story about a girl named Nanoka who is tasked to define what happiness means to her for a school project. But Nanoka isn't sure how to answer that question, so she decided to ask for her friend's opinion. Nanoka has three friends, a high schooler, Minami, a woman known as Kang, and an elderly woman simply known as Granny. Every day after school, Nanoka and a cat called Miss Bobtail will set to visit these three very people. As she learns about their life, she begins to grasp on what happiness really is. Every friend of Nanoka owns an interesting backstory to tell. Let's begin with Minami, an unhappy teenager who lost her parents in an accident which led her to self-harm. She believes that self-harming allows her to feel something in her dull life. She's all but given up until she meets Nanoka. Their unlikely friendship begins to change her perspective on life. She begins to look at life in a different way, in a way that it feels fun to live, and in a way that life is not so cruel to you anymore. As for her second friend, Skunk, who is in her prime age, she will usually spend her day by sleeping until Nanoka visits her. While she doesn't tell our little protagonist her specific job, she may does a messed up job to keep her life going on, but she surely isn't proud of it. She lives on her own and she is ostracized by the society. No one in the society knows her and no one even cares about her, but Nanoka does. But after all this continuous daily hustle, Skunk still manages to stay cheerful and enjoys her chat with Nanoka. Lastly, the Granny. In contrast to others, the Granny seems to live a much happier life. She owns a nice house and she likes baking treats for Nanoka when she visits her. Like others, the Granny also doesn't have any loved ones around her, but that doesn't bother her too much. She lived a happy and fulfilled life. She is very content with the way how her life is. This book taught me a really important lesson, that no one in this world wishes for a sorrowful life. Everyone sleeps at night wishing for a better tomorrow than today. But even after all those hard work they put to be happy, they still went through a really rough phase in their life that made them feel so low about themselves. But there's a saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So we should always be proud of all the problems that we went through that didn't kill us. We should be proud of ourselves that we went through it without damaging ourselves, because those problems make us the better version of ourselves that we are today. That's all for me. Thank you.